My name is Josh Reeves. I'm the CEO and co-founder of ZenPayroll, and we're on a 50-plus year mission to bring delightful, modern payroll to every business and every employee around the world. We're currently processing over $500 million in annual payroll, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So to start today, I want to start by posing 3 questions to kind of set some context for our goals. First, how many of you today perceive payroll as delightful? Probably not many. Most folks perceive of payroll as being a hassle, a chore, being a very difficult process. For many small businesses, it's thought of as a nightmare. Second question, how many of you know where your pay stubs are from your previous job? For most folks, it's either in a filing cabinet, perhaps stored on their computer somewhere, or they have no idea. And then the third question, how many on your first day of work had to fill out forms by hand and get set up filling out a bunch of paperwork in a very manual way? That's how most businesses do it today. And it doesn't have to be that way. Payroll today is unnecessarily complex, overly expensive, and fully a third of businesses every year in America are fined for doing their payroll taxes incorrectly, every year. So we started ZenPayroll to fix this and bring the power of modern software to this industry. So before I start the demo, I want to share 3 core principles that you should keep in mind as we go through it. First, automation. Everything in ZenPayroll is paperless. There's no training required whatsoever. It should be done entirely behind the scenes, all the taxes, all the filings. Second, we're very focused on the people aspect of payroll. We think of the employer and the employee as equal stakeholders, and we're very interested in taking compensation from where it's at today. It's become a very impersonal, very transactional event, back to where it used to be, where it was a lot more focused on the human side. And when we think about those building blocks of payroll, they're very amazing in our view. It's on one side, people getting paid. Well, people love to get paid, right? We're a part of making that happen. And on the other side, it's employers rewarding their employees for their hard work. So that's why we think of payroll as inherently delightful. And then that third core principle is ecosystem. We built the entire ZenPayroll product as an API from day one because we want to break down the silos in the back office and make it easier for data to flow so that businesses are not entering it by hand over and over again every 2 weeks. So let's shift over to the demo now. And we're going to go through 2 dashboards, the employer dashboard, and then also we're going to go through the employee dashboard. So as you can see, it's a very approachable dashboard. We show you some upcoming tasks, in this case, run payroll, which we'll do in a second. We also surface any upcoming deadlines. In this case, we also highlight some birthdays that are coming up that hopefully you'll be able to celebrate. Let's dive into running payroll now. On this screen, we can see both hourly and salaried employees. We have a chance to go add things like bonuses, reimbursements, commission. We can modify the number of hours that someone has worked. Well, the key thing here is a lot of this data actually comes from other systems. So if you remember I mentioned the API, our partners can pre-populate any of these fields on this page. And that can be done completely behind the scenes. So if you're using one of our time tracking partners, you go track your hours, log into ZenPayroll, and it says automatically how many hours that person's worked. They don't have to enter it by hand every 2 weeks ever again. So let's go ahead and finish running this payroll. We have no sick days to report. Now, as it's processing, I want to note, if you only have hourly or salaried employees, rather, we have a feature called Autopilot Payroll, which means you don't even have to log in anymore to run payroll. It's done behind the scenes automatically. You get an email that just confirms payroll was run successfully. So in this case, we ran payroll. That's it. It only takes a little bit of time. And all of the payments, the filings, the forms, all the tax calculations are all being done behind the scenes. And so one of the best aspects of it being built in software is things like canceling payroll, doing draft payrolls, doing off-cycle payrolls are all possible with just a few clicks. Everything is done in software. There's no person involved in running your payroll. Let's go over now and see what it's like to add a new employee. So these are the employees I have in my company. If anyone watched the Friends TV show, this is Central Perk Cafe. To add a new employee, all we have to do is enter their name, their pay history, or their salary rather, and then we can select self-onboarding. And that employee will get an email where they can then go ahead and add their bank number, their SSN, their tax withholding. There's no more paper shuffling back and forth. As soon as they finish adding that, you can come in and just click confirm, and now your employee has been added to payroll. So we're going to switch over now to the employee dashboard. And there's three main things I want to highlight on this page. First, this is a lifetime account, which means when you want to access your pay details, your pay stubs, your forms, any of the documents we've created, it's forever accessible to you. And as you join other companies that are using ZenPayroll, you now have a centralized dashboard to come access this information. It's not just going to be scattered across those filing cabinets and folders on your desktop. Second, I want to highlight that we have, you got paid emails. You can see right here, it's probably a little bit different than most emails you've received. We make it really clear, and we want to empower you to understand your pay better. This is what you receive whenever you get paid through ZenPayroll. And then third, we have a feature here called ZenPayroll Giving, where you can donate a part of your salary out of your paycheck every pay period. And it's just a single step towards enabling you to send your pay wherever you want to send it. So in conclusion, I want to switch back to the business dashboard. You can see that all tasks are completed. Those three core principles are very true for us. Automation, making it easy to pay your employees. Working with our partners on the API. We need to work with you to make it easier for the business. And then also really focusing on the people aspects of payroll. Thank you very much.